UK coronavirus cases surged in the third week of March, making it one of the top 10 countries with coronavirus. Confirmed coronavirus cases in the UK surged to 2,600 on the 18th of March, while death toll increased to 137. Now, after a frenetic few days in Westminster, the government machine is working at breakneck speed to manage the health service and drastically improve its capacity. It has made a huge decision to close schools that will affect millions of families' daily lives and the education of a generation of children. It has provided what could be a temporary bridge, or evolve into a permanent bailout of huge chunks of the economy, negotiated new arrangements, or is in the middle of doing so with the insurance industry, the supermarkets, the travel and aviation industries, and tonight the Treasury is frantically trying to design a new method of providing welfare to those who need it and financial support to businesses struggling to keep afloat and keep paying wages, and that really may only be the start. Switzerland is one of the countries most affected by the coronavirus, with more than 8,000 people tested positive and 66 deaths. Due to the spread of the coronavirus, the government has categorized the situation in the country as extraordinary, external link. This allows the authorities to take over certain powers from the 26 cantons and to impose measures, including bans on events. The application of these legal provisions is a first for Switzerland. The government has ramped up its response to the widening pandemic, ordering the closure of bars, restaurants, sports facilities and cultural spaces. Only businesses providing essential goods to the population, such as grocery stores, bakeries and pharmacies, are to remain open. Banks and post offices will also be open. The new measures are in place until April 19. The Federal Health Office said numbers of positive tests were rising so fast that it is difficult to provide accurate figures. More than 6,000 tests are being carried out in Switzerland per day. Experts warned that cases will continue to rise, and that we have to make sure the infection rate goes down today, because otherwise, in 10 days Swiss hospitals won't be able to handle it. South Korea is among the Asian nations most hit by coronavirus outside China due to its proximity to the latter. Coronavirus cases in South Korea started surging in February and crossed 8,900 on the 23rd of March. Deaths due to coronavirus in South Korea have crossed 110. The country is being assisted by China, whose experience in containing the outbreak has resulted in controlling the local spread of the epidemic. Extensive measures have been taken to screen the population for the virus, and isolate any infected people, as well as tracing and quarantining those who contacted them. The rapid and extensive measures taken by South Korea has been judged successful in limiting the spread of the outbreak despite not using the drastic measure of quarantining entire cities. France is one of the most affected European nations by the coronavirus, has overtaken South Korea in the number of COVID-19 cases. COVID-19 and COVID cases in France have crossed 20,000, while death toll crossed 850. The French government has banned public gatherings. The popular Louvre Museum in Paris was temporarily closed as a precautionary measure. The Paris city has reported COVID-19 coronavirus positive cases, apart from other regions including Amiens, Bordeaux, and Eastern Haute-Savoie. A worker at Disneyland Paris was reported by Reuters as having contracted the coronavirus. France currently has only a few clusters with coronavirus. The ongoing outbreak remains a concern to the French tourism industry, as coronavirus fears are resulting in a drop in visitors. Iran, another country from where coronavirus spread to rest of the world, currently has more than 24,000 confirmed cases and has reported more than 1,900 deaths. Iran is suspected to have delayed revealing about the spread of coronavirus in their country and under-reporting the cases. A number of countries have traced their coronavirus infected having contracted the disease during travel to Iran. Many government officials and politicians, including MPs in Iran, have contracted coronavirus, some of who died. Amid fears of further coronavirus spread, Iran announced the temporary release of approximately 70,000 prisoners, according to Mizan news agency. Coronavirus cases in Germany, which borders France and Switzerland, have crossed 32,000. Similar to its neighbor France, Germany too banned public events involving huge crowds in order to prevent spread. Trade fair, the Hannover Messe, has been postponed due to the coronavirus outbreak situation. Coronavirus mortality rate in Germany is, however, comparatively lesser, with 156 deaths reported as of the 24th of March. The number of new coronavirus infections in Germany continues to rise exponentially. On Wednesday, the Robert Koch Institute said there were 8,198 confirmed cases, an increase of 1,042 from the day before. Europe on the whole has around 64,000 confirmed cases. We're at the beginning of an epidemic that will continue to affect our country for many weeks and months, said Lothar Wieler, the Institute's president. If we don't manage to do this sustainably, it's possible that we will have up to 10 million infected people within 2 to 3 months. Spain has overtaken South Korea in the number of coronavirus cases in the third week of March. Since the first coronavirus case confirmed on the 1st of February, the Spanish COVID-19 nCoV infected cases got closer to 1,000 in early hours of the 9th of March and rose sharply to more than 39,000 on the 24th of March. A minister in Spain has contracted coronavirus, while the king and queen are also being tested. Spain is currently the second most affected European country with coronavirus. Spanish coronavirus death toll too has increased sharply to reach 2,800. A nationwide lockdown has been announced affecting millions of its residents. Tourism, a crucial sector for Spain, is expected to face an adverse impact due to the global coronavirus fears. The Spanish government has advised companies to ask employees to work from home to avoid spread. Coronavirus situation in the U.S. is grim, with the cases and deaths increasing fast. The U.S. COVID-19 cases crossed South Korean cases on the 19th of March, moving beyond 33,500 on the 23rd of March, and surging to more than 50,000 on the 24th of March, while the death toll crossed 758. Community spread and delayed testing has been a major concern to Americans, as enough test kits are not available across states. The first coronavirus case in the U.S. was confirmed on the 21st of January, but the cases surged from the second half of February. The CDC released new coronavirus health guidelines on March 15 that recommend postponing gatherings of 50-plus people for at least the next 8 weeks. People are asked to stay at least 6 feet away from others. Experts say social distancing is the only chance we have to flatten the curve of the coronavirus rate of spread. Disinfecting high-touch surfaces like doorknobs, countertops, and phones daily can also help prevent the virus spread. Coronavirus is getting severe in Italy, making it the most affected in Europe as well as outside Asia. Italy has witnessed the highest number of deaths due to COVID-19 in the world. Travel to Italy and Italians traveling to other countries during the outbreak has been traced to have caused COVID-19 spread. Once confined to northern Italy, COVID-19 cases have spread to entire Italy, leading to a nationwide lockdown. The Italian government's early measures, such as closing educational institutions temporarily, might have limited the spread, although the aged population continues to be a concern. Coronavirus deaths in Italy increased by more than 9 times in 10 days, from 366 on the 8th of March to more than 5,400 on the 23rd of March. As of the 24th of March, total coronavirus cases in Italy crossed 69,000, which is more than 85% of those in mainland China. China, including Hong Kong and Macau, is the worst affected country by the novel coronavirus nCoV outbreak, officially named COVID-19 by the World Health Organization (WHO). China witnessed more than 3,000 deaths and approximately 74% of the global coronavirus cases as of the 9th of March, which quickly came down to approximately 58% by the 13th of March and to 40% by the 18th of March as the number of cases in rest of the world surged and Europe became the new epicenter. Within a week, coronavirus cases in the rest of the world belittled China's. As of the 24th of March, Chinese coronavirus cases accounted for just 20% of global cases. Hubei is the most affected province within China, and Wuhan, the capital city of Hubei, is the city affected worst by the coronavirus. Hubei has witnessed more than 67,000 coronavirus positive cases and continues to report deaths, although at a slower rate than before. The number of cases in China, however, has been on the decline starting March due to the rapid control measures and response by the Chinese government.